Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of November. So we are moving from Scorpio season, finishing Scorpio season off and moving into Sagittarius season. So we have as your message, you can do it. Okay, Archangel Michael's coming in, wanting to cut ties with something and saying you can do it. You can do whatever it is that you're really wanting to put your mind to and you're really wanting to do for these last 2 weeks of November. So it feels exciting. It really does. And, you know, we have moved through the eclipses. It's been quite an interesting time. And I feel like there's some positive energy that can move forward now. So I do feel like the Archangel Michael's really coming in and helping you guys, which is such, amazing, powerful energy to come through. So let's see. There is a new moon on the 24th, new moon in the sign of Sagittarius on the 24th at 1 degree of Sagittarius. Great time to think about planting seeds. So, yeah, I just feel like with this Archangel Michael, you know, he's got that sword that can cut energetic ties. And so it's kind of like I feel this beautiful golden light around you, cutting an old tie, and then it's like, oh, now I've got more energy and I'm feeling enlightened and ready to step into this. Like, you can do it. Let's see what themes are coming in around this. So 10 of Acorns, responsibility and dedication. I think that this could be something that you are kind of cutting the tie with. The 10 of Acorns is the 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah, you have dedicated yourself to something. You've taken on a lot of responsibility. You've put in, you know, your 10 pentacles. There's not much more else you can put in. And where are you ready to let that go? Where are you ready to kind of release that so you've got energy to put it into something new? So the 10 of Pentacles definitely could be to do with your work or your career, something around that. But it can also be just in general responsibilities, things that you've said yes to, and I'll take on that. And it just feels like they want new, fresh energy for you here, Cancer. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you at the end of this month, the second half of this month. What's shifting and changing for Cancer? And Cancer, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Cancer. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. There is no extended reading for the mid-month. The extendeds are for the monthlies only now. And if you're interested in any of my services, readings, personal readings and healings, the link for that is in the description box below. What's shifting and changing? Justice card, contracts. Okay. Archangel Michael's going, chop. You don't have to do that anymore. You are relieved of your responsibility. You're relieved of that agreement, whether it's like a soul contract agreement that you've kind of somehow in whatever way have said, I will do that, or whether this is quite literally some kind of legal contract. But there is something coming in. The justice energy is also very impartial, so it kind of wants to bring in fairness. So if something hasn't been fair, this is where you can call in Archangel Michael and cut the ties with those old energies, which is really fantastic. I do want to pull these cards just around this justice energy and see what is coming in. We do have Venus and Saturn, so I feel like it is very much a lot to do with yeah, gosh, what a story coming in here. A lot to do with structures and boundaries within relationships. A lot of that, but there's also money thrown in there. We've got the 9 of, okay, let's have a look at this. We've got the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, just in terms of some of the dynamics that's going on with this contract, something potentially has been stressing you out about the way something's been set up, and it feels like, you know, there's a little bit of fear about letting go, that chooks are all going off, someone's laid an egg. But, you know, there could have been things to do with like how people are working together as well. So it might be this sense of, for some of you, a building phase, building some sort of new foundation. Maybe you're bringing in someone new to a group dynamic that you're kind of working towards. And it can be a little bit like a few fears around that, but the Michael is saying it's here to support you, and the chooks are going off. So I do feel like, there's a lot coming in terms of your value, your self-value, and how that's collaborating and working and what sort of foundations you're building in your life at this moment in time. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Daughter of Pentacles, and the Death card. I love this Death card. Yeah, wow. So the Page of Pentacles, beautiful. And so, yeah, I do feel like it's like if there's any old energies that you're tired, you've been meeting a lot of challenges, and whether this is a group dynamic meeting challenges or you've got challenges in terms of working and managing that dynamic, I feel like there's new developments here. There's new things coming in. Sorry, Cancer, I just had to check the chooks because just had to make sure that they were okay because they're all bocking and I was like, that could be something else. And I think it's just a magpie. Went into, sometimes other birds go into their pen and, yeah, try and steal their food. And I think that's what it was. It was like, someone's come into my space. But I kind of get with this reading, someone new has come into the fold, into the picture, into the group dynamic in some way. And it's just about how you're going to work with that person. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing, but it's just a matter of adjustment. The Death card is saying that you can transform the picture here. This can transform a dynamic, or it can transform if it's a workplace, some kind of work relationship, or whatever however this contract is working for you. So just say it's like a money contract, perhaps you're having a conversation with someone, but it just feels like there's another person, another energy that's come in and you're working out, how this is going to work. And it does feel like it's kind of with the You Can Do It, the Archangel Michael, it's really helping you cut out inefficiencies or cut out energy that's not working in some way, however that works. So I just feel like it's kind of like stale, old, unnecessary energy that's around. So let's see what else is coming through for you. You can climb the mountain together. Quite literally, it's interesting. I was looking at the mountain and then in came mountains. So yeah, mountains. There's like climbing the mountain. Sometimes it can be, is there somebody making a mountain out of a molehill kind of thing, but there's new paths opening up here. There's choices around that. So that's where I feel like, yeah, definitely there's new ways to be reworking a contract in your life. Let's see what else is coming through. The Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords. A lot going on inside your mind here. The Six of Swords, more swords. The Seven of Swords, my gosh. Okay, you're working through a lot mentally. Yes, a lot going on inside your mind. The Ace of Swords. But you've got clarity, which is good. The Page of Wands. So I think through this clarity, you're able to take action, which is actually really fantastic, and knowing what to do. Three of Wands, lots of air and fire, to be honest. That's coming in. The Four of Wands, the Star. Wow. Okay, beautiful. And wow. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. You're really going to make this work. And boom, the Tower card. Gosh. Okay. A structure around you that feels like some sort of established order has been shifted and changed in some way. So whether it's like you're used to working with two people and now there's three, or there's just an extra person that's come in. However this is working, where this is structures, some sort of structure in your life has just gone boom. And they're gone, this universe has said there's a reset that's come through with the Tower energy eclipse. So you're working with this, and the Two of Wands is where you're initiating new things, stepping into new activities, trying new ways of doing things, and new paths are opening up. You are crossed by the Lovers card, so it may feel like you didn't have maybe a review of choices around it. It may feel like you don't have much of a choice. I think the Tower card is it really is activating something new here, where it's like the Tower card, or there's a choice looming and it's just a hard choice to make. So we have the Four of Swords in your conscious mind. This is very much like wanting to get clarity, thinking about something, seeing something from a much different perspective, just having a big old think, quite literally. And it could represent a mindset shift of some sort. But it's like, there's just so much going on. I have to really, really think about this with the Four of Swords. And it can just be taking a break away from it for the moment and just having some space to think. Because what's happening at the base, so you've got the Knight of Swords, because you're ready to take action here. You're not just thinking about it, you're ready to do it, which is why you've got you can do it. And this, what's shifting inside your mind, like how you're seeing something or how you're working with something inside your mind can just like shift so quickly, where suddenly like you've changed your mind, or you're suddenly realizing you're doing something differently, or it's just boom, it can just like suddenly shift and change by giving yourself the mental space. And it's like, right, we're doing this. In the recent past, you've got the Six of Swords. So actually does feel like there's quite the progression happening here, because we've got the Four of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords. So we're kind of moving forward here, which is good. The Six of Swords is where you have been able to move on from an old situation. You're transitioning on from a situation that felt like you wanted to find the peace, or you needed to move on from that situation for whatever reason. So there was a stage of a sense of moving or moving on and transitioning. So you were in a kind of a bit of a transition phase. But in the near future, you've got the Seven of Swords. So I feel like you're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, quite literally, just trying to make the plan work, readjusting, reevaluating, reworking structures, looking at plans. There's a lot that you're doing to kind of get things to rework. It's very Aquarius energy, but it's like wanting freedom from restrictions and just wanting a bit more freedom to come through with that Seven of Swords. You're presenting as the Ace of Swords, so look at you. Very clear. George is like agreeing. Very clear, direct communication. Very clear mind. So this could be, you could be coming up with some really, really clear, brilliant ideas as well at this time. But the Ace of Swords is, I'm very clear what it is that I can see. I'm very clear about what it is I'm communicating. I'm very clear here. So the energy surrounding, you got the Page of Wands. Like this with the Daughter of Pentacles, there's pages around, which means new, fresh energy that you can step into, new people coming in, new energies, dynamics that you're working with within, especially like a group situation. So the Page of Wands is something that's kind of getting excited again about creativity or something to do with your work, maybe getting messages. So the Page of Wands is, you've got the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands. That's very much, new developments when it comes to creativity or work, or something that you're passionate about and stepping into or want to step into. So it's all very early stages. So we have as the hopes and fears, the Three of Wands. So it's kind of like, I do want to see some kind of progression, go from the 2 to the 3, and kind of wanting to get some positive results with this. We have as an outcome, actually, the Star card. You are, for those of you who are testing the market or putting a product out there or doing something with your work or business that is around a competitive market, this is a really, really fantastic energy to come through around that. So it's a great time with the Ace of Pentacles to launch something new with your work or business, or bring in a new cycle when it comes to like work or business or money in some way. So you're being very, very divinely guided. It is competitive, but they're saying you can do it. Okay, you can test yourself. You can test yourself against others, or you can test this out in the marketplace in some way. But this is also just a sense of you being, there's healing around some kind of conflict or battle that's been going on around these contracts and around money and work and all this sort of stuff that's coming in. This can be retirement for some of you. It's kind of like, it's got the 10 of Acorns, which is the 10 of Pentacles. I'm letting that go, and I'm stepping into the new cycle here with the Ace of Pentacles. So, and I'm being very, very divinely guided here. So this is really fantastic news to come through. And I do feel like that, like I said, it's challenging some kind of contractual agreements here and making them work again in a different way and starting up new cycles around it. And this can feel like a wish coming true here with the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star card, really beautiful energy to come in. So it's going to be a challenge to listen to that divine guidance, but there's this beautiful new cycle that is coming in, and we do have the Tower card. So this is like, boom, fabulous new opportunity, but it's going to just require a little bit of reworking in your life, and there's challenges. There's a challenge to do this, and that's why you're getting You Can Do It by Archangel Michael. So the Tower card really wants to show you so clearly how something no longer fits anymore, and it's a change. It's a change coming through here. Some of you, it's unexpected. It can be unpredictable, but there's definitely a change coming in. And if you end up with the Ace of Pentacles and the Star card, well, that's a pretty good place to land with it. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Cancer. So we have, I'm at peace with my sexuality. Okay, interesting. We haven't talked about body or sexuality at all, but the Pentacles can represent that as well. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of this could be to do with your sense of self-worth, your relationship to your body. This could be something that's kind of going on around this as well that you could work with. So, yeah, it's interesting. That's very Taurus, Scorpio energy that we've been working with. Sexuality is very Scorpio, but this the pentacles that are coming through is very Taurian. So kind of that's a great way to, if there's something to do with your sexual expression or your sexuality or sex life in some way that you're wanting to nurture and bring in new cycles around, this is a great time to be bringing that in as well. So let's pull a charm. And yes, great time to start something with your health as well, new cycles around your health. So whatever this is something that has not necessarily been easy for you to step into in your life, but it now becomes possible. So let's see. We have, oh, look at this. Okay, the tree. Fantastic. So, yeah, the tree represents roots. It represents growth. It represents branching out into new areas. It can represent family. But, yeah, it definitely just overall is saying this is a challenge to grow, and it is about releasing yourself from old bonds and energetic ties and to be able to step into the new. And so it feels like the universe is really supporting this. And it's just about going with the flow and listening to those messages from the universe. So that's it, Cancer. That's your reading. So thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. If you're interested in any of my services, personalized services, healings, readings, the link for that is in the description box below as well. And yeah, this feels like an exciting and dynamic time to step into some new changes. So very exciting, Cancer. So that's it. Thanks so much for joining me and take care.